Hello there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a house called Ibrahim Al Quraishi from Middle East. This particular house is a very new, not upcoming, I don't know when they were established, but they're getting some hype in our subcontinent, and there are some reviews, but not as many as I like to try. But I have this line called, I have been looking at this line called the tobacco line. They have quite a few tobaccos, but there are not that many reviews on them. So they have Cuban tobacco, maybe Dominican tobacco, and then the one I have today is called Brazilian tobacco. So there is no samples, there is no testers, nothing. These fragrances are expensive, like $100 plus, or sometimes within $100 for 100 ml. So the one that I have today, it's a 200 ml version that I bought, and I'll tell you all about it. I've been testing for a few days, so I'll perhaps re-review this in time. So let me see if I got everything in order. Yeah, sorry, just want to check everything's okay. So basically, this fragrance is a blind buy. I bought this, then I only got to sniff it. So time is around 5:30 here in Dhaka. Let's start this review. So they have 100 and 200 mls. The prices, as I told you already, like that. But these are extrait de parfum, okay? And big thanks to Aromatic Snips, and also I think maybe Scent On. Brother also talked about it. So basically, like these two channels talk about it mostly, but I still couldn't smell or sample. So anyway, so try to sample before you buy. Okay. So first thing you get is this sleeve, massive box. It's like bigger than my head or as big as my head. This is the sleeve. The color looks like sort of a newspaper or newsprint. I don't know what you call this color. It's a tester box color, but it's okay. So this is the name, Extrait de Parfum, and I like the way they put Brazilian, the like their flag. Those who are fan of Brazilian soccer team, I used to support them long back, but I don't follow football anymore. I don't know the players. So this is how that looks, Ibrahim Al Quraishi, and the box is very beautiful. This box actually looks like, if you are into buying booze, if you're going to 7-Eleven late night, So let's say you're picking up booze like a whiskey or something. They have this kind of boxes, solid box, okay, and these are a little bit tough to take out sometimes, especially from the sleeve. So yeah, this is where the bottle stays. The coffin for the bottle, it's okay. It's robust. I like it. Premium packaging. Okay, so this is extra de parfum. Okay, yeah, right. So the bottle, it's up for debate if you like it or not. I find the bottle coloration, if you see it in real life, it's much nicer than the photos. So all the bottles look like this, and this look like, I don't know. Some people make fun of it. The shape is funny. I thought they could put more creativity in the bottles because these bottle shapes are not my favorite, to be honest. But to each his own. But I like the blue color. It's a frosted looking blue given, and then the cap is golden, and then the front is metal plate. Base is your, I think, engraving of their logo. The cap, at first I thought it would be magnetic, but it's not. But it is somewhat okay. It clicks somewhat, and the cap is quite heavy, very heavy metal. Atomizer. Let's show you the atomizer. Very big distribution. So yeah, I got some on my hand. So let's talk about Brazilian tobacco. First of all, I don't know what Brazilian tobacco smells like. I don't know how they generated this tobacco, like from each state. Like, I don't know if it's inspired by the country, or it's some of them they say are inspired by certain fragrances. So this one, I saw Aromatic Snipp talking about it when he did few days back the ranking of his most favorite. So I think he mentioned that this fragrance is something, if you like Heltane by Parfum de Marly. I forget the name, so I took out Fragrantica page. It doesn't show anyway. And Heltane is not a fresh fragrance. Heltane is a green, uh, powerful, spicy leather sort of fragrance, which is definitely not for summer. And he said this is a summer version, more refreshing, wearable, less sweet, less like not potent, less uh, in your face sort of a fragrance, which can be worn. And the tobacco note in this is wearable in summer. So I was going to buy the Cuban one, but Cuban one, the price is also high, and then I think it's a winter fragrance. So I went with this, more value, 200 ml. Um, Try to look for some discounts, otherwise this fragrance is going to be very expensive. And um, I just wanted to collect one from the line. Maybe later I'll collect some more. So the fragrance, the performance, let's talk about performance. First of all, this fragrance, Neep said it is about 7 to 8 hours longevity, but the projection is on the softer side. It's not quite a beast like some of the other darker ones, okay? And I think they have one more which is refreshing from the line, which is blue, sort of over the name. So these two or three are summer. So for a summer fragrance, amazing longevity. Longevity wise, no issue. If you like Hawas performance, this is Hawas or more performance wise. Longevity wise, very good. But I noticed after 45 minutes to 1 hour, I go nose blind to it. I really am like, am I wearing anything? Then I bring my hand, then I can smell it. Okay, it's there. But I think the fragrance, you have to give it some time to, for the molecules, whatever, to break down and make it more, beast mode or more prominent, like Rasasis Daresh or Shagab, not Shagab, what is that? Shagab, Rasasis Shagab, and Nafaisal Shagab, yeah. So if you know those fragrances, they are pretty beast mode, and with time they get even longer lasting. So longevity wise, no issue, but projection wise, I would give it like 7.5. So for summer fragrance, I think that is not everybody's like most favorite performance, because some people like performance and projection like 10 out of 10. This is not a 10 out of 10. This is on average 8, like longevity and projection out of 10. So I have no issue with that. Now the smell, okay. So when I smell this, there are a few things that I like about this and few things I would say the weakness of it. This is on the sweeter side of fresh tobacco. Okay, if you don't like sweet fragrances, this is not going to be your cup of tea. And definitely it carries that I talked about Helting. There's also a fragrance called Hartnell from maybe, which house is that? Fragrance World or Paris, I don't remember. And there's another one from Al Haramain, Detour Noir. I don't remember. Was it Eco or one of them? They smell like Helting, right? So if you like those, you're gonna like it. But the difference between those and this, those are straight up clone of Helting. Helting right here. Then clones get me confused. But this is going to be a blue take, or rather fresher take, aquatic take on that DNA, which is weird. Mixing green with blue is not easy. So you get the sweetness, you get the tobacco. It's like a tobacco in this is very sweet. If you can remember the Shura's DNA, which has tobacco, leather, but a lot of fruitiness, a lot of animalic touches. Sometimes people call it, like I call it, devil juice, right? So this is not the devil, but it is in the same uh, way the Shura is built. But Shura is so loud, and this is not loud, it's more polite. So there you go. So there's a pan masala vibe going on, there is a spicy thing going on. At the same time, there's a cooling summer breeze sort of feel going on as well. So the tobacco is not the most prominent note. Tobacco is in the third, you can say third prominent note is tobacco in this. So the tobacco is more of a tobacco that you maybe chew. Well, not a good idea, but the leaf, so it's a leafy tobacco. So it's a fresh, watery, like, let's say, sometimes when it rains on the leaves, big leaves, the, like, you see the water is like piled up, like, like there's this nice water just, is there. It didn't fall on the ground. So this feels like that water, like the water is aquatic, and then it's top of the green leaf, it's like green water, right? So there you go. But the blueness of this is not really aquatic. The blue is basically the bottle giving you the idea, but it's a cooling fragrance. That's what I feel is the blue part. So the green, there is maybe hint of leather at the base, but fresh leather. So altogether, the fragrance basically is like suggesting it's going to be a good fragrance for warmer setup, better winter. It will last longer, but projection wise, I think it will do projection better in the high heat sun. So you need the high heat to make this fragrance pop. How many sprays? You've seen the sprayer. It is a big miss, but I think the amount of juice that comes out is not a lot. So maybe you can do from these 3-4 sprays, that will cover maybe the day's work. If you're going for work and everything, good. So how unique is this? This is still unique, okay? Even if it's that, I agree with Neep, it does smell like what again, not Hartnell, man, it's Helting, it is that DNA. But how many people actually know the smell of Helting? How many people actually wear Helting DNA? Not many. So there's still a little bit of a aggressive vibe that you get from this. Like, not many people are wearing this, but people will be like, are you wearing something from Papa de Marley? They might ask you that, okay? But the thing to remember is that, like, Blue Oud by Ibrahim Al Qurashi, totally polar opposite of this. That thing is a nuclear fragrance, 20 out of 10 for performance. If you want performance, get that. But this is actually a pleasant buy. I really like it, and I think it's a good value perfume, but it's on the expensive side, so it's not blind buy worthy. Test before you buy. Overall, this fragrance, I'll give it 8.5, my favorite ranking, because the fragrance, the DNA I like, and the Haltane, yes, Haltane DNA. I like it, but I think Perfume Marlies are so expensive, man. $250 for that fragrance. It will take some, saving. But this one within hundred something dollars for 200 ml, not a bad idea, right? Just don't like the bottle shape. I think they could do improvement on the bottles, even though they're heavy, but they look from far they look kind of like a cheap fragrance, because not really. I'm just giving you idea, like just what can I compare with? Let's compare with this one of my favorite fragrances. Nothing to do with this one, by the way. This is Lune Feline, okay, from Atelier. Look at the presentation and look at this. Next to that, this looks not at all premium, and it's a premium pricing. So maybe bottle design could be rearranged. I don't want to compare, but I just don't like these bottle designs that much. They don't look much inspiring. They looks like whatever, so that's one thing I don't like about the bottles, but it's okay. The juice is the most important thing. So 8.5 out of 10 for Brazilian tobacco, like the name, but I didn't find anything remotely Brazilian, nothing exotic. I just remember one last story. During one of the World Cups in Malaysia, they had McDonald's promotional burgers. So they did have a Brazilian burger. I don't remember the name, but the burger was so nice. They had black pepper sauce, and then they put, I forgot the name, Rio something. It was inspired by those who had, they will remember. So they put like a beef patty, put onions, and then they had this nice sauce. Man, I missed that burger. That burger was amazing. So that was something real Brazilian vibe. But this thing, maybe the sweetness of it, maybe somewhere their forest or something is. I never been to Brazil, so do not know. But yeah, the names are kind of interesting, but I do not know the connection between the country and the name. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload it. Take care. Bye bye.